Hey tubers, so going straight into it, I've already moisturised my skin, put some under eye cream on, let it all soaked in and put my primer on. That's all done, it's out of the way, you don't have to watch me do that, that's boring. So going straight into the foundation, I'm using L'Oreal Perfect Match. Cheap and cheerful and fantastic. So I'm just going to dot that around my face. And then I always put a few dots here, just so in case I've run out of foundation to blend down, we still got a little bit there to blend down. And then there's always that bit left on the hand, so I'm just going to put that there. Waste not, want not. Then I'm going to get my flat stippling brush and I'm just going to buff that into my skin. Once that's buffed in nicely into the skin, I'm going to get my concealer and I'm just going to use the Coastal Scents palette, and I'm just going to cover over my poly's with a colour that matches most like my foundation. Not a lighter colour, not a darker colour, the one that matches the most like my foundation. And then to help blend it in, I'm going to use the brush with the leftover foundation that I used. Then with the Maybelline eye eraser, I'm just going to pop that under my eyes, and then just as a highlight on my forehead, down my nose, and I always just sort of go straight down in a line. Then I'm going to just get my flat foundation brush, what do they call this? The tapered foundation brush, and I'm just going to pat that in. So next I'm just going to go with my bronzer, and I use the Saint-Tropez bronzer, and then I'm just going to start with my cheeks, and I really like to concentrate really nice up here, just above the ear, and then start to buff it downwards, but you can see the difference. I'll show you with the whole of this side, and I like to put a little bit just there, under the chin, and down the neck. But there you go, you can see the difference from side to side. So let's do this side. Right, so I normally do the cheeks after I finish the whole eyes and lips and that, but I'm just gonna whack it on now. This is Robust Rhubarb, the Clinique Chubby Stick, and I'm going to pop that onto my cheeks. And then I'm gonna use my finger just to pat it out. Then, just to set some certain areas, I'm just going to get my Mineral Veil by Bare Minerals and a fluffy brush. And now, I really don't want much on this brush, but I'm just going to slightly pat under my eyes. And where I put those highlighted bits. So, going on to the eyes now. So to start off with the eyes, I'm going to put some primer on, and this is just the original Urban Decay primer. Whilst that soaks in, I'm actually going to go straight onto my eyebrows. So I'm just going to get an angle brush and a brown, and I tend to keep using the one from Naked 3, the dark side. So I'm just going to start by underneath. And then I'm going to start brushing upwards through the hairs. And that is literally it, just fill them in. So I just do my other side. So from the Naked 3 Palette Blue, I'm going to grab light. Which one is it? That one? That one. And a fluffy brush. They call this the shadow base shadow brush, but no one tells me what to do. And I'm going to go straight into the crease with that. Then from the Electric Urban Decay Palette Blue, I am going to get Urban, yo. And I'm going to pop that just under where I put the crease. So I'm going to start from the outer corner, I'm going to bring it in slightly, and then I'm going to bring it up round, and then the inner corner. So I'm going to leave this gap in the middle. Then going back with that brush I used before, I'm going to start blending that around and into the light brown. So now going into the Eyes Like Angels Revolution Palette Play Blue, I'm going to grab this blue at the bottom. I did used to know what this one was called, but I lost a little plastic thing that told you. Sorry. And this is going to go in that little hole that we left, and I'm just going to pat that on with a little brush. So I'm just patting around the edges to blend it in with the purple. And then once that is on and blended okay, we're going to grab this highlighter, which is Makeup Academy, and this is the iridescent gold one. I'm going to grab a fluffy brush and I'm going to just get it all on there, and then I'm just going to pat it on top of that blue and blend it out slightly as I go. And whilst we're here with this, might as well just work a little bit underneath the brow and also on the inner corner of my eye. Next I'm going to get a matte black eyeshadow, and this is the Makeup Academy Undress Me 2 Palette Play Blue. I realised that this is just a dupe of the Naked 2 Palette Play Blue. So I've got like a smaller tapered fluffy brush, and I'm going to just pop it in the outer corner and blend it up into the crease and underneath it as well. I'm going to keep blending it, applying a bit more, blending it until I get the dark black that I want but buffed out. So I may also go in afterwards with my, where is it? With this brush that I use for the purple and the crease, just to clean it off and go over the edges just to really buff out the black edges. Just going to get a smaller brush just to make sure I can really get into the inner corner on the underneath without it being too thick. And again, just to run it along underneath, just to darken it up directly underneath the waterline. Right, now it's all very bottom heavy on the eyes, but I am going to get a black eyeliner. I've been using the iMagic black at the moment because my black gel is a bit dried out and I really need to get a new one. I don't know why I haven't got one, I'm just lazy. But I'm just going to use this and then I'll set it with a black eyeshadow as well. And I'm not going to bother winging it, I'm just going to line the top. So I'm just going to get that small brush again and a black, and before it smudges over it I'm going to just pat some black eyeshadow on, and that will help set it. I'm also going to line my bottom waterline with this as well. And then to finish off the eyes, we've got to have some falsies. So these are just ones I got off of Amazon. I can't even remember, was it that Solar place or, so I can't remember. But they were like £2 and I thought, okay, well for videos like this, be perfect. And do you know what, they're actually not bad at all. I quite like them. So before I put them on, I'm just going to grab some mascara and I'm going to use this Maybelline Big Eyes. It's one with the upper lower lashes. I'm going to get the lower one because it's a small brush. I'm just going to pop that on the top. And then on the bottom as well. So that should help blend the falsies in when I put them on. Okay, so that didn't really want to stick on to the iMagic black very easily. So I'm going to have to redo that line. I will do that in a minute and reapply some mascara in the corner. But I will zoom out and then we can get on with the rest of the face whilst we wait for this to dry. Going back onto the face, I'm going to grab my highlighter again. It's going to be the same one we used on the eyes. And just my little highlighter brush, and it's actually called a highlighter, but I'm using the brush for what it's meant to be used for. So I'm going to get my highlighter brush and just get some of this on there. And then swish it just above my blush and up past my temples. just so it looks more like a actual shine of light going around there like it would naturally. And I don't normally do this, but because it's quite a dramatic look, I'm going to slightly go down my nozzle. How exciting. I'm so young and hip. And obviously a little bit above my lips. Then for the lips, I'm just going to do a nude lip. So I'm going to get a nude lip liner first. What is this one? It's so diddy bitty bitties. This is, I think it's Rimmel. More than like, yeah, it's Rimmel. Don't know what colour, what one, anything. It's just so small. I use it a lot. So I'm just going to line my lips. Then I'm just going to get this Makeup Revolution lipstick, which is a Game of Mystery Matte. And this is a matte one, but I do want a little bit of gloss, so I'm going to grab this Coral Kiss. Oh my god! Coral Kiss number 7 Hashan. And I'm just going to dab that on. So I'm now going to just quickly tidy up the eyeliner again. That is the final look. There's lots more transformations I want to do. There's loads of more gaming characters, creatures, stuff like that I want to do, but also sort of like movies and like just famous people. But also with Halloween coming up, I'll be doing loads of Halloween tutorials. Some just like crazy ones that might be fun to watch, spooky, and some tutorials that are like, I'm going to do some more like nice and easy ones. I did them last year, but I feel like I could do hell of a lot better this year, hopefully. So, like if you like and subscribe if you like, and if you do, you can see all these videos and more. Bye!